The 2020 Mega 10 is a lot different from the 2019 Mega 10. I mean, besides the fact that there are no promos. The 2020 Mega 10 includes some cards that are heavily sought after from the 2019 season and some really good rarity upgrades. At first, to be real with you, I wasn't even thinking about making a video on this because it was obvious which cards you should go after. And then the prices dropped. I personally think that there are some cards that you must have, whether you need them for a rarity upgrade purposes or if these cards are dire reprints. And in this video, I'm not only going to be revealing to you the cards, their new rarity, I'm also going to be telling you their current prices and if it's a good buy or not. So of course, if you want to see more videos like this, then destroy that subscribe button, but also hit that notification bell. Also, be sure to post down below in the comment section what are some other cards from these 2020 Mega 10s that everyone is sleeping on. So without further ado, let's jump on in. Now, as of recording this video, we are going off of sneak peek prices. So obviously these prices are subject to change, but these are some really good deals. The first card we're going to talk about is Apollosa, Goddess of the Bow. See, I finally said it right. Like it's taken me long enough, right? Apollosa, Goddess of the Bow was one of the most sought after Yu-Gi-Oh cards in the 2019 season. Its effect allows you to negate the activation of a monster effect by decreasing its level by 800. Now, I could make an infinite negate Apollosa inside of a video, but y'all not ready for that. Apollosa the Bow Goddess has been reprinted as an ultra rare inside of the Mega 10 set, meaning that it's a little easier to get, seeing that there are 2 ultra rares per pack and a 3-pack 10. Apollosa the Bow Goddess current price is $30. Personally, I think that that's a pretty decent price, especially seeing that I got my Apollosa for $110. So yeah, I mean, I ain't mad at you. If anything, that's just more awesome players that can afford the card game. The next card is Borreload Savage Dragon in Prismatic Rare. Now, Borreload Savage Dragon has been fighting Cyframe Lord Omega and a few other synchro monsters for the best synchro monster in the Yu-Gi-Oh card game. Basically, what Borreload Savage Dragon does is when it is synchro summoned, you can equip a link monster to it, and it not only gains that monster's attack, but it gains counters up to that monster's link rating. Once per turn, you can remove 1 counter from Borrelboy Savage mode to be able to negate the activation of a spell, trap, or monster effect. Now, the format reliant on links and Borreload Savage Dragon's Omni negation is the reason why it's so powerful. Some of the best Yu-Gi-Oh decks, actually just about all of them, run this card. And having a higher rarity Borreload Savage Dragon Prismatic at a $20 price tag again is just way too good to pass up. This is a must-have for any competitive player in a Yu-Gi-Oh card game. A card that you guys should be mining for is Cyanet Mining. See, I did it again. You guys love me. Cyanet Mining requires you to discard 1 card from your hand, but in return, you can get a Cyberse monster from your deck to your hand. Now, as of current, there's really only 1 competitive Cyberse deck in Salomon Great, but that doesn't mean strategies like the Cyanet Decode strategy or even the MathMech strategy are bad. You see, I'm looking out for you Cyberse players. I actually knew your names. Or is that the name of the Decode archetype? Is it really called Decode? Cyanet Mining's first print was a secret rare. It was later reprinted in the Dual Overload set as an ultra rare and now as a super rare in the 2020 Mega 10s. Currently, Cyanet Mining is sitting at a whopping $4, so I think it's a really good steal for any player that's smart enough to know that Cyberse cards will eventually be good. Moving on, another fantastic super rare inside of this 2020 Mega 10 is Fantastical Dragon Phantasme. Yeah, I'm not going to stop with the puns. You guys should already know by now. We're too late in the game. Fantastical Dragon Phantasme can be special summoned to your side of the field if your opponent has a link monster. You also get to draw cards from your deck to your hand equal to the number of link monsters your opponent controls, +1, and then shuffle cards from your hand to the deck up to the number of link monsters your opponent controls. So you really get to just recycle your hand and get a free body on your side of the field. Thanos also has another fantastic effect that if your opponent targets one of your cards on the field, you can discard 1 card from your hand to negate the activation and destroy it. Now, I have never dropped a Fantastical Dragon on a full link board, but I want you guys to post down below in the comment section if you have, and how cool was it to see that many cards in your hand and like be able to basically choose your hand. Another amazing card, actually got another upgrade. IP Masquerena is incredibly powerful. For the people that don't know, IP Masquerena can only be link summoned using 2 monsters that are not links. I have made that mistake, and I'm telling you right now, I don't want you to make it. And its effect reads, during your opponent's main phase, you can link summon using this card and other monsters you control. Now, this probably will remind you of Formula Synchron, but IP Masquerena has a twist. The monster summoned by IP Masquerena cannot be destroyed by card effects. This is a must-have link monster for the 2020 and the 2021 season. I think that it's incredibly powerful, and the fact that it came in a prismatic rare inside of the 2020 Megatins is a must. Currently, I see IP Masquerena at $22, but when the 2020 Megatins do release, I could see this card tanking just a little bit due to the fact that while it is competitive, it's not seeing as much play as it used to. I think it's better to snag them when the 2020 Megatins come out, but hey, you gotta take those risks sometimes. I'm blazing through these cards extremely fast, mainly because there's a lot of cards to go through. But Pot of Extravagance Prismatic is probably the most beautiful thing other than the collector's rare. For the players that don't know, Pot of Extravagance allows you to banish 3 to 6 cards from your extra deck at random, and then you get to draw 1 to 2 cards depending on if you banish 3 or 6. Pot of Extravagance must be the first card you activate in your main phase, and you can't draw cards for the rest of the turn. Now, those restrictions are minuscule to decks like Subterror that don't play the extra deck, or Pure Eldritch, which doesn't play the extra deck. It's 2 free cards from your deck to your hand, and Pot of Extravagance doesn't prevent you from adding cards and other methods via searching. The Prismatic Pot of Extravagance is $24. Now, if you were a big fan of prismatic cards, then I mean, yeah, this is a no-brainer right now. This is the cheapest you're gonna get Pot of Extravagance like ever. Now, of course, we have to talk about the best promo in the Megatin, which technically isn't a promo because you're not getting it as a promotional, but it is an exclusive, so you have to buy the 10. Thanks, Konami. Red Eye's Dark Dragoon is the most sought after card, sitting at a whopping $50 for a copy of this card. Now, it is an ultra rare inside of a Mega 10 where you get 2 ultra rares per pack, 6 ultra rares per 10, but there have been rumors of this card being short printed. Now, of course, I think those people are just pessimists. There doesn't need to be a single card in this set that's short printed. The set is huge. Everything's technically short printed. Wait, did I just... Red Eye's Dark Dragoon can't be destroyed by card effects, can't be targeted, and can destroy cards on your opponent's side of the field up to the number of Dark Magician and Red Eyes that you use. If you use normal, well, you can read the card. I'm not well versed on the card. Also, when your opponent activates a card or effect, you can discard 1 card, negate the activation, and give Dragoon a free 1,000 attack. Now, this card can be easily made with Predaplant Vert Anaconda and Red Eyes Fusion, and following the OCG trend, that's why the card was heavily sought after. I think that this card isn't as good as players have hyped, because I don't think players have noticed just yet that the Rise of the Duelist set did put an end to Dragoon heavy decks. Of course, I'm not saying that it's not a good card. I'm saying that the card was started to play less and less because of the Rise of the Duelist set and certain cards that literally just cockblock the living daylights out of this card. Staying on track with an excellent buy and a really good card, Crackdown is confirmed as a prismatic inside of the 2020 Megatins. What Crackdown does is that you can target 1 monster your opponent controls, you take control of that monster, but it cannot activate its effects. I remember there was a point in time where everyone was searching for Crackdowns because, I mean, you have to crack down on the meta, right? Crackdown's current price is around $3 each. And there was a point in time where the super rares were around $5. So having a prismatic rare at, you know, a cheaper price is pretty good. And the last must-have card is Neos Fusion. Neos Fusion is another prismatic card that was extremely expensive when it was a super rare. This is actually one of the first buyouts, as a prismatic copy of Neos Fusion was 20 cents and now it's $4. Well, that's all of the must-have cards that you need from the 2020 Megatins. I made sure to skip cards like Guard Dragon, LP, and Pisty as a prismatic rare for about $2 each, and Starly Seyfried as an ultra rare for $15 each, because I wanted to give you something to complain about. The cool thing about this video is that I was actually able to add up everything on this list, and it came to about $230. So should you buy the singles over buying the 10? Well, I mean, there's obviously going to be some more cards that you need, and pre-order prices do change, but I just thought I'd leave you that bit of information. Also, if you guys like this video, be sure to check out more videos. I'm telling you, they're awesome, and I'll catch you on the next one.